Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we are going to present the take home task week 4. So first of all, my name is Muhammad Rizwan bin Muhammad Sofian. My matric number is 211605. Okay, for today, I will describe or I will explain more about descriptive adjective. So the first one is function of adjective in the English language. So what is the function of adjective? Adjective which is used to describe a noun. It does not only add meaning or provide additional information to a noun, but adds colors to the entire text in general. Since there are a lot of nouns in the English language, there is also a very long list of descriptive adjectives available that can modify them. So next, I will give an example on when we are going to use adjective in our daily life. So the first one is when we are describe feeling or quantities. For example, he is a lonely man. Next, there are honest. So lonely and honest is an example of adjective. So next, tell us about age. For example, he's a young man. My coat is old. So young and old is adjective. Next, tell us about size and measurement. For example, John is a tall man. The film is long. So tall and long is adjective. And the next, when we use adjective, when we want to tell about color. For example, Paul wore a red shirt. The sunset was crimson. So red and crimson is adjective. Next, tell us what something is made of. For example, the table is wooden. She wore a cotton dress. So wooden and cotton is example of adjective. So the last one, when we want to tell about shape. For example, I sat at a round table. Next, the envelope is square. So round and square is adjective. So for the last part, I will give a few examples of sentence with adjective. So for the first one is, they live in a beautiful house. So beautiful is adjective. The second one is, he is taller than Mr. Hulas. So taller is adjective. The third one, my sister has a beautiful big white bulldog. If you can see, on this sentence, they have three adjective in one sentence, which is beautiful, big, and white. So the next is, Daniel is a part-time worker. So part-time is an adjective. And the last one is, the house is bigger than that one. So that's all from me. I will pass to next presenter. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So today I will present to you about the roles of pausing and also hesitation. Pausing. The roles of pausing is to give the opportunity to the listener to digest, take in and understand what you have already said without having to worry about what you are going to say next. So we can see that pausing is a good way so people can take time to digest and really understand about what you are going to say without they didn't need to worry about what you're going to say next and having a free mind to care about what you are going at that time. The next is the roles of hesitation. One of the role of hesitation is to make the speakers know that the listeners understand his or her are talking about. When we speak, we want to make sure that our listeners know what we are talking about so that they can focus and can pay attention to what we are going to say. The next one is, what is the situation in which we can use this pausing and also hesitation? First of all, we can use pausing and hesitation to signal that there is something important is coming. For instance, we can see that when we pause, people know that what we are going to say next is a very important point or information. The next question is to let the message sink in. When we use pausing, the audience will digest what we are going to what we saying. The message that we send to them will sink in their mind and stay there for a moment when we pause. The next question is when we're moving to a new topic. So when we want to talk about something, we need to make sure that the point that we're going to say is clear. When we say from point A to point B, we need to use pausing so that our audience can differentiate between both points. And the last situation that how we can use pausing and also hesitation is to get our audience to reflect. So one of the important thing to do when we talk is to get our audience to do reflection. How we can do this is by giving them rhetorical question. Then we can use pausing to give them some times to 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 think about themselves and ask themselves about that rhetorical question. If we didn't do pausing, they cannot think because they don't have that time. So pausing give the time for them to do the reflection. So I will give the next slide to my friend for the next presentation. Thank you.
Greetings to our lecturer and my group mates. My name is Bhuvanesha Mohanadas and my metric number is 206016. I'm here to present about purpose of making eye contact. So these are the four purpose of making eye contact. The first one is helps you concentrate. The second one is message sent to someone and is also accepted by them. And the third one will be feels more engaged. When you make eye contact, you feel more engaged to the person you are talking to. And the fourth one will be attracts your listeners. When you are making eye contact to the people you are talking, it attracts them to listen to what you are talking to them. So let me elaborate a little bit about this. So when you are making eye contact, this helps you concentrate on what you are talking to a group of people or in individual. So this helps you in delivering the right message and also facts that you really wanted to tell someone. Message sent and accepted. When you make eye contact, you actually are sending messages to someone in verbal. So when you want to send message to them, it's not like they are reading, they are listening. So you have to make sure that they are engaged to you, and you have to look at their face reactions to know whether they are accepting your message or not. So when you deliver something, someone should receiving it. That's when the communication will be very effective and feels more engaged. Of course, when you want to tell a story or when you want to talk about something, you want people to listen to you and you want them to interact you in a two-way communication, not just you yourself talking. I'm sorry. And the fourth one will be attract your listeners. So when you have a good grammar and you have a a good speaking skill, it attracts your listeners to listen to what you are saying because it is clear and also well presented with good eye contact. So when you are looking into their eyes, they have to respond to you in order that they will listen to what you are trying to deliver at the moment. Alright, jumping into the next slide. Okay, how eye contact convey emotions. Eye contact actually help bonding with others and display honesty, increase your resistance to persuasion, and improve understanding between people. And the last one will be build respect. So as I said, when you talk to someone, you are actually building your relationship toward a better one in the future. And display honesty. When you are talking to someone directly through your eyes, making a very clear eye contact with them, it displays your honesty. When you are saying something like not very honest, you won't look them into their eyes. And the third one is increase your resistance to persuasion. The fourth one, improve understanding between people. So when you talk to people and make eye contact, you actually are conveying emotion, your emotion to them, your inner emotion. So it's different when you message someone through WhatsApp, through social media, and through message, written message. So when they read the message, the emotions they thought it might be will be different. You might be sending a message in confusion, but they might take it differently, like they thought you are angry or something like that. So this is kind of misunderstanding. This is what brings misunderstanding in people. But when you sit with someone and you look directly into their eyes, and when you speak with your emotions, this really helps improve understanding between two of the people or even a group of people. And the last one is build respect. Definitely people will respect you when you have a clear eye contact and a good speech or good talk, and you are trying to deliver some good information at the place. Moving on to next slide. Alright, this will be some examples of situation where eye contact is necessary for an effective communication. So in my opinion, I think eye contact is necessary for an effective communication in situations like in a group of discussion. When few people are discussing among themselves, they really need to engage to bring a conclusion with a good idea. So I think eye contact is necessary in a group discussion and also in meetings. It's just same. In meetings it's formal, so when you are speaking to someone, you have to look directly into their eyes to make a better communication, and to actually, this is what actually we call send and accept messages. So you send a message through your eye and through your words, and you have to make sure that they are receiving it at the moment. And the next one will be eye contact might jeopardize a conversation. It will be usually to convince someone. So when you are trying to convince someone, eye contact is actually jeopardizing that conversation. And when you're trying to help someone in danger, so when you're trying to help someone in danger, you usually don't speak, you try to give signal through eyes or through actions. So I think this two situation is may brings jeopardize in the conversation. So I think that's all from me. Thank you. Till we meet again.